Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next race of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2025 Winter/Spring Tournament. Tonight, we have a round one game of NickHasAGame versus dk9146. I am Elso, and I'm joined here in the booth by Mooners and Phoenix.
Good evening, everybody. Got to be hyped for this matchup. Two up-and-coming racers. Should have a good one here.
Yes, and two quick notes. First off, thank you to OpNoPoint doing the tracking in the background, making it look like we know what we're talking about. And secondly, NickHasAGame is running with a custom set of Star Trek-inspired sprites.
Yes. Wait, we know what we're talking about?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. We talk about silly stuff at times, like sriracha sauce on cookies.
Yeah, there's worse cookies.
There
We're
is.
going to start up on the river.
On the river, pea hats, levers, all the good stuff, really. And early roads. Actually good stuff.
And it gets us right next to one of the more annoying Armo spots to get to.
Let's see if it's an early Armos item. Nope. No dice.
And apparently I'm not allowed to make cookies now.
Wait, what? Oh,
yeah, apparently I'm not allowed to make cookies.
Because, wait, since when is liking mint a bad thing?
Since the any roads are, there. Anyway, all right, so we got one any road over by the Deadwoods, one by the Grave, one by our Start, which is the waterfall, and one up in the corner. So pretty good access to the Armos.
That's not terrible. I mean, we've seen much worse. DK using a screenshot from the... Oh, and there was our Armos item at the decked Armos, aptly named because DK does get taken down, but that is a silver arrows as your Armos item. That's a big one.
Yeah, that... If this is a 5 Triforce 9, we could once again have just an absolute blitz.
And meanwhile, small secret, 12 rupees, with the medium secret being 36.
Okay, I like the money.
So what is this? 12 times 3 equals 36, times 3 equals 108 for the large secret? How
yes,
about it, Dave?
And because they're both multiples of 3, we have 3 times 3 is 9, 3 plus 3 is 6, 9 minus 6 is 3. So with all of these 3s, I predict level 3 will be the first level we find.
And a 6 Triforce seed, right?
Yes! Alright, I think we got the Elsoa math in early, so we're good.
At least the first... Oh!
No.
That's bad game. Bad game. Bad. 40 rupee bombs.
Nope, thing on the bomb price. So, NickHasAGame could go buy bombs right now.
Would you?
No.
Knowing that? No, probably not.
I would legitimately rather spend 20 minutes forcing than buy a bomb pack.
I agree there.
Or just buy the bomb upgrade.
That's another option if the door repairs are all Bastion Death Mountain like they should be.
Yeah, but then they'll be like the one level on Death Mountain.
Of course, and it's going to be level 9 because of reasons, right?
Yeah. No, wait. Level 9. No, level 6. And you'll definitely not go to it ever until you realize you need a ladder to resolve it.
Ah, there we go.
Although, honestly, with this money, I would be much more looking to buy a candle than anything else, because you will be required to buy a candle, as we have no extra hearts in this flag set.
No extra candles, you mean?
I mean,
extra hearts.
You could also have no extra hearts, but definitely no extra candles.
But I mean... Wait, in before flag, no extra hearts?
Yeah, when you find the Take Any Cave, you either get a candle or a potion, and if you don't have extra candles on, you just get a free potion.
I mean, that works. Oh, Nick goes right at it. No hesitation. Buys the bombs.
Well, it is easier to get bombs if you have a pack, so...
That's true. Getting bombs is easier if you've got a stick, however. DK looking near a vanilla start. No dice.
Also, I would like to take a moment to appreciate that the hearts on NickHasAGame side has been replaced with T.
Yes. I'd almost forgotten that one. Vanilla start. That's a hint, not a door repair. Speaking of door repairs, it's going to be impossible to avoid them tonight.
So NickHasAGame is going to see if those caves open, but is going to retry to get the bombs back. I like that. Oh, hello. Level 3 has breakfast for us.
Yep. White sword item, power bracelet. I don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't be too hyped about that.
I would. I'm perfectly fine with seeing overworld blocking items not deep in stupid levels. Ooh, good bomb from NickHasAGame. Unfortunately, doesn't get a bomb pack in response. And there's the candle shop.
70 rupee candle, and look at that minimum price for a key as well, 60 rupees.
Yeah, this seed is lending itself towards potential key purchases.
I mean, at the same time, we did say in the pre-race room how the seed roller rules interesting stuff, and that's interesting to me.
Yes. Now, of course, the any key will be available for free because that's how this game works.
Yeah. Oh, door repair for NickHasAGame. Oh, the seed, give it, and the seed, take it, as we've said a few times. That's a maximum door repair. 25.
Oh. Well, okay. We still have hope for a 108 rupee artsy good. There's a hint shop, but that's expensive. It's gonna be about 130-ish rupees.
120 actually.
Is it 120?
No, 130. You were right. I'm
Yeah, because like 2 of them were near 60. One of them was about 13. So you do some math, you take some calculations, you approximate about 4 things, and you call it about 130.
Yeah, it's actually exactly 130. But there's the stick right next to 1Q5 for DK. First at the sword at 5 minutes 49 seconds. NickHasAGame finds level 6.
All right, that was off by a factor. The first dungeon found.
Fine, don't worry about it.
It's close enough. There was a lot of 3s and 6s and 9s and all this other things going around.
Yep. And nope. And DK goes down with the stick in hand, however. There could be some damage done with that. I wouldn't feel too bad about being taken down there.
I'm curious to see if NickHasAGame will come immediately back after getting the sword.
You're right. It's literally right here.
I'd be very tempted to. Forward. Although I do note that technically, according to the sprite set, that is a phaser.
I mean, with sword beams, it kind of makes sense.
So we're not going to see the immediate return back to level 6 just yet. Finds another bomb store.
Yeah, I think Nick's saying, okay, I've bought 1. I don't need to buy more than that.
I would go back into level 6 just for the health refill at this point.
See? Nick doesn't need to buy more bombs. He's got another pack.
And now DK will find level 6. Let's see if DK digs this a little bit more.
Options there. There's the hint shop for Nick. No book, no hints in this flag set, by the way.
Also, no maps, regardless of the book. You have to actually find the map.
Also, Bullseye for DK gets a key for his troubles.
Ooh, and this also go down to a wood sword. That's quite important. A half heart.
Wow. You like to see that real early. You know you're looking for a staircase for the item at 6.
And you may not need the Triforce out of it, so very easily justify just dipping as soon as you get your staircase item.
Possibly, but we still don't know if it's actually if it's 8 Triforces, it ain't happening.
We found an arrow shop on NickHasAGame site. They were 81 rupees, so that's actually not too bad at all. Especially given the money, both the mid and the small rolling up.
We still don't care though. We've got silvers.
I mean, you could buy wood arrows just to, make the old man in the shop feel good. And
sniped!
That looks like an elephant with a really big eye. Like an elephant's head with a big eye.
That's an interesting elephant. Level 7 found in East Forest Armos.
There's a lot of times where 7 is actually an easier dig than 6.
I wouldn't argue with you. Usually I'm on the never 7... Well, never mind.
Well, I mean, That's an ever 7 spot because you can't do anything in it. And DK's going to spend the last bomb to get nothing.
Typical Z1R at work here. Back in this room where he got sniped.
Just like to go north. Finds keys.
Keys dropping keys?
You know, I feel kind of bad for the players who only had the manual, but like only heard about this through word of mouth without the manual, so they hear about the keys everywhere, and then they just think you can throw a bat at the door and open it.
That would be interesting. Whoa.
Lots of Lionels, and that's the side you want to be on if you're going to fight these guys. You want to have them to the left of Link's body, as Link's hitbox is skewed a little bit to the right. So if you're on the half tile to the right of the enemy like that, notice that the swords are just passing through DK.
I'm not sure what we saw as the coast item there.
According to
our tracker says magical boomerang, which in our language usually means undesirable.
I mean, it is the best item in the game.
I mean, some people believe that.
It's the best item in the game, right behind the red candle.
I suppose.
Because the red candle, the reason the red candle is better is the red candle is an overall blocking item, sort of. Oh no!
No game. Why? Nick has a game first to bite the candle tonight.
So we're gonna start to see some of these candle spots. The red candle still does have its uses, even after you pick up the blue candle, mainly for damage boosting and when you get bubbled. And, well, there's the immediate candle shop under a burn spot, so thanks!
Game has jokes for us today, apparently.
But there is a bomb drop as DK is going to continue digging the 6, going to find a whole lot of nothing here except wall masters.
This is when you hope the Triforce isn't here. No, it's just a nickel. That thing can stay there.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a nickel be a source of contention. Now, this, on the other hand, could be a source of contention. Because anytime you got to fight wall masters in these rooms, as NickHasAGame takes a death going through Candle Row, is just bad.
Oh, going right at it with the bombs, and one more hit.
2 more hits. Oh, there's nothing!
Whole lot of nothing. While NickHasAGame is looking to perhaps make a play on Eastern Debt Mountain.
It's not the worst idea in the world.
No.
These Dark Nuts, however, might say otherwise.
Okay.
Honest, that's one of those screens where the best way to deal with it is honestly to kind of screen scroll and reset the spawns so that they're more to the left.
I'd agree with that, but left to right screen scrolls are a different animal. Oh, another snipe against DK.
Neither of these runners are having a fantastic time on the combat. Like, the overworld is giving NickHasAGame the business, and then the Dungeon 6 is giving DK the business, and then the Zoras are just there throwing fireballs at everyone because this is when they were ugly.
I mean, they were ugly for a long time.
They were ugly until 1998.
That's a fact.
And also in Link to the Past, they just charged you 500 rupees for either flippers, or if you're playing the randomizer, usually a big 20.
They sold you interesting items for 500 rupees. I wouldn't say useful in the random, at least I know.
No! The triple swords giving you nowhere to go unless you're going to be acrobatic. Or, you know, play Link's Awakening and have the jump button.
Oh, dear. Forgotten spot for Nick. Oh, there's a level there. It's level 8. Wow. Okay.
Let's see what's in. Well, this could be an immediate item. Hi, Wishrubs. How are you doing today?
Give me an item so I can get out of here? No.
Nope.
Nope. You're just going through the staircase and you find give me that and let me get out of here?
So the shiny piece of metal that looks kind of like a crown is dilithium. Fun fact, dilithium is incredibly unstable.
Fun.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it actually can't exist.
Probably for the best?
Fun fact, lithium is barely stable. The regular element.
And that exists.
Yes. It actually is one of the few things that that you can like do nuclear fission on, and it actually gives you some amount of energy. Because helium and beryllium are so much more stable than it.
Right.
And there's your fun science fact of the day.
I'll go to sleep less dumped tonight. And there's Nick fighting level 9 in Debt Mountain. How many Triforces are we needing?
Once he does not have
It's 5!
Okay, so we know the bow's not going to be in level 9, which means both of our runners are going to dig dungeons until they find the bow and 5 Triforce pieces. If I'm NickHasAGame, I'm not going back to 8 until the game tells me I got to go back to 8.
I fully agree with that. I mean, you've got so many more dungeons that you actually want to dig rather than that piece of work.
Also, I'm not going to 6 ever, unless the game tells me I got to go there.
I mean, first you got to have the book for the game to tell you to go anywhere.
Exactly, but the book could be a 9. NickHasAGame is going to use this last bomb, but thankfully it's on a screen full of bomb droppers. Unfortunately, Zelda sometimes likes to forget that it can drop bombs.
And such is the case in this one. Finds level 2, however, and
that's a big find.
We hope it can be a bigger find in just a second. It's a bomb hole. We are off and running and promptly hitting a ladder block in about 3 seconds.
Well, the one nice thing about level 2 being here is it's on a screen with a bunch of bomb droppers, so you can go in and out of the dungeon repeatedly to get more bomb drops. And speaking of stairs, is level 6.
Oh, this could get interesting for DK. Item found, red ring.
Okay, so not required, but very helpful.
Oh yeah, DK's got to be smiling after that one.
And NickHasAGame is probably never going to get that. So that's effectively a permanent health advantage for DK. But he did spend quite a bit of time digging that out. So you have to counterbalance it against how much time we spent getting it.
DK needs to find a Triforce from here if it's going to be a payoff.
Yeah.
Bang! Right then and there.
All right, so DK has the Triforce out of level 6, has the red ring out of level 6. NickHasAGame does have the better exploration, does have the knowledge about 9, and does have the Triforce out of 8. However, that red ring could very well be a deciding factor because we know we have reserves in dungeons. And NickHasAGame is elected to leave level 2, presumably key blocked. I didn't quite catch if it was a key or a ladder block, but presumably it's one of those two because if it was bombed, he would have gone back in.
So you're going to need to pay 218 rupees to get all 6 hits because that hit shop was 88.
Well, we haven't seen a large secret yet, so we got time.
Wait,
oh, there it is.
It's not 108. Scammed.
But it is 9 squared.
Fair. Okay.
Which is the same as 3 to the 4th.
Oh, goodness.
Therefore, level 4!
Okay. I'll sew him at pays off tonight, apparently.
That was not planned at all. That was just fantastic. And there's DK heading into level 7. Now, I think DK will dig this a little bit more because they've already shown a willingness to be a little bit more thorough with these dungeons.
But I wouldn't argue with Nick digging level 4. I mean, this room does take ages, but it's level 4. It's smaller than 7, usually anyway.
Oh, wait, hold on. DK's found a path that NickHasAGame did not find.
It's a key. Wow, 6 keys already in DK's hands. That's a, oh my. Are we out, DK? Not yet. Not yet. You want something, and
honestly, I don't blame DK at all for doing this thing right now.
I mean, if the item's here or in the nearby vicinity, that's a Triforce there around the Ruby boss. There you go.
Now, I didn't see Nick get... an item out of 4.
No items found in 4.
And with no bombs and no keys, Nick has a game. Looks like he's gonna go back in a little bit.
Meanwhile, DK has said, "I've had enough of this crap. Give me a second Triforce of the day. We're tied up, 2 apiece."
6 keys is not exactly a small amount of resources.
Absolutely not. That's big. But if I'm Nick right now, I'm a little concerned. 2 Triforces down, you still need the bow, and you still probably need that ladder.
Yeah. It's not a guarantee. The bigger issue for Nick is the lack of resources, though.
Yeah, big lack of resources. You've got 6 keys and 5 bombs versus double goose egg.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind, Nick NickHasAGame does have a much better overall exploration advantage and does have the knowledge of what's needed for 9.
That's correct.
And we've seen it multiple times where that overworld knowledge advantage really becomes a factor if 9 is quick and easy.
So with bombs in hand, Nick into level 2. Let's see if there's any damage to be done.
There's a question mark.
There are a lot of question marks.
There's an empty trap room.
Uh,
There's Gibdos.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of those Gibdos, but Nick says, here, have some candy.
I like this choice to use the bombs for combat.
You can't. These things being bomb droppers, you kind of have to. This room would take forever. However, bombs, yes. Hugs, no.
And they're 9 HP.
Oof.
But all you get
And
is
no
nothing
drops.
for it. Oh boy. I think this is a segmented too.
Could be.
It is!
It is, because that staircase ain't supposed to be there.
Also, I love when you push the block on top of the other block.
Video game logic, right? Oh, goodness. And Nick might be key locked.
No. That's... I mean, you could try for a better bomb wall. Not gonna get one, though.
And chooses not to burn their last bomb.
DK is checking out the south coast. We're gonna get a save out of NickHasAGame, leaving Death Mountain with 1 bomb and no keys. So I'm curious if NickHasAGame is gonna go back to 7 or 6 at this point. Knowing that with those 2 dungeons, they don't have to look for 1, 3, or 5 at all.
Question is, that's a lot of time lost, and if what you're looking for isn't there, that's a big time loss.
Especially in 6, because we know it's the red ring, which would be nice, but it was pretty deep.
The good thing about this is that there's an any roads very close to start.
It looks like NickHasAGame is going to head back down towards Candle Row. Maybe do some of these burn spots in their start.
There's some checks that haven't been made by either runner yet, and there's
Letter.
the white sword item.
That is not the white sword item. That is the letter.
That's the letter. That's a prescription with that sprite set. All right,
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes. It is the med pad. I may have a handy dandy reference sheet on hand.
That's helpful.
So with 1 bomb left, I actually like this choice to go ahead and do this spot because you know it's going to open. And that's
secret with bombs nearby, I believe.
Mm-hmm. You could also try to get bombs off of these guys. Like that. Into the keep you go. This finds a potion shop. So the standard tool that is used for randomizing is F. Coughlin's Zelda Randomizer program. That is what this is running off of, and it has been around for just about 10 years now. I think it'll be officially 10 years old on Pi Day.
Sometime next month, I know that much.
Nick has a game going for the screen scrolls, but is not quite getting it and decides, you know what, there's other things I can do from just walking towards the locations. But that is something that sometimes gets lost as you get so focused on, I'm going to screen scroll across the same time, and you end up spending so much time doing the screen scroll that it would have been faster to just walk.
So this is going to be our first look at the Deadwoods. And
Ooh,
our first look at level 5.
It is the nice purple/mauve color.
And unfortunately, Nick as a game needs to go for 3 pirouettes. That was not what they intended to do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that was just pushed in the one direction instead of the other direction. And sometimes the candle just fires in the direction when you're trying to turn around. Hello, level 1!
Now this is a place that Nick would be interested in digging. Pirouettes a door and we'll have a chance to find something here.
Honestly, Nick has a game has a very... Wait, the only dungeon we're missing knowledge of is level 3. And Nick has a game has that knowledge. Oh, hold on, hold the phone, hold the Canana phone.
Oh, wait, that's...
Oh, nope, hold on.
Maybe.
Hold the Canana phone again! Okay,
yep.
we're good.
We're continuing for now.
And there is a compass.
That won't...
Oh!
No, there's no getting out of that one, unless the ladder's right here.
This door. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, man. So your ladder blocked out of level 1. Well, I guess you go to level 5. It's right there. Another bomb pack. Nick has a game not quite interested in level 5, though. This is interesting.
I mean, if there's something else in here like that, and it's 6 hearts for the power bracelet. Oh, goodness.
It's 6 hearts, but that is knowledge. Now I think we'll see Nick has a game go back, because... Nope. Let's do the southwest corner first. I'm not sure I like this choice to avoid 5 at the moment. I get wanting to clear out the rest of Deadwoods, but I think I would go into 5 before going to look at 3.
I mean, if 3's here...
How about some more money?
Never bad.
Oh, and have some more gambling, too.
Well, level 3 not here.
Nope.
But we're not done with the area just yet. There is the 8-pack.
Yep. Let's see, what do we got at the 8-pack? A door repair, and Nick has a game is not going to go to level 5.
Not at all.
I'm not a fan of this decision not to go to level 5, because 5 usually tends to be pretty good about keys. It might have a bomb upgrade. Unless Nick is going to buy a key. In which case, sure, you buy a key and then you go in. But I feel like you gotta pick a dungeon to dig at this point, and I feel like 5 is a better dig than 8. Unless Nick has a game is going to go back to 2. That's an option. Nope, headed back to 5. I just forgot the road was here. Or wait, going to 1? Okay. No? Alright, so many things are close to each other, I can't predict where he's going anymore. I give up.
So I do have news for everyone here. DK has just picked up their 3rd Triforce of the day currently, and is continuing to dig a little bit.
Which dungeon are they in currently? Because I don't have their stream up.
They just got the Triforce in level 5, currently starting a dig in level 1.
Okay.
Only 1 item found in level 5. That was a heart container.
Well, DK may quickly run into the same issue as Nick has a game is running into.
Well, they've still got one advantage that Nick didn't have. That is, yep, still several there, and that room I can tell you. Oh, there's a sniper crew there. That's the bad news.
Level 1 is hard ladder block, by the way.
Yep, sure is, unless the item's right here.
Nick has a game, just left it. So Nick is gonna go for. I think this is a play to level 2. I don't, based on the fact that Nick is not checking bomb walls, I don't think Nick is interested in level 3 right now.
All right, so it was a key for a key, and DK is out, and looks like we're gonna have the feed right back up for everyone here.
Yep. So hold on tight, folks. Wide.
Very wide.
Wide link! Nick is back in level 2.
We'll see what happens here.
I predict there is going to be another room that is seen. There we go. It looks like we've got DK back. Just now leaving 1, down to 3 keys, but has 6 bombs. As you mentioned, 3 Triforces. Just need to see which ones those are.
5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, and 7? Okay. And looks like he's got a blue candle. Probably has picked up. Nick has a game is going to retry out of 2 to get the key back. I don't think DK has seen 9 yet.
I don't believe so, no. Though they are navigating towards it.
DK should have the silver arrows. So we should be all caught up.
They absolutely do have the silvers, but yes, that is the final item on the tracker right now.
There we go. Everything is as it should be. And there's the expensive bomb shop. 51 rupees for the link though.
That, I mean, 40 rupee bombs is not how things should be, Alsola.
No, I would prefer 4 rupee. Just reduce it by an order of magnitude. You're good.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a check here that Nick did not do, and it's a door repair.
Nice. Nick is in level 5. Immediate key door.
Has a key though. Might be able to make use of it, and that's money. A fiber. That's
DK now sees the potion prices. Roll of 5 dictates this will be a transport. The roll of 5 is kind of a bit of a combination of trends within the randomizer and, to be honest, confirmation bias on my part that the first transport you see, the first staircase you see in 5 is going to be a transport.
And see? It's not wrong, and there's the info for DK. Now knows 5 Triforces is the magic number.
You know, 2 and 4 are right around the corner. DK is able to go into 2 and 4 and gets a bow out of one of those 2 dungeons. I honestly see DK going straight into level 9 and just hoping for no ladder.
Yeah, hope for no ladder.
Yeah.
That's a tough one there. Oh, speaking of tough, that's a rough death to take for Nick.
Main handler goes up 1-0 over NickHasAGame. That main handler is going to win Employee of the Year. You know, because Gannon definitely gives awards to his employees that perform well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the bomb force from DK. And another bomb pack. Wow.
And is going to find level 2.
Oh, this could be a. It's one of the little things that happen in Seeds sometimes can just turn everything around.
Yeah. A single bomb drop can save 5 minutes.
Goodness. And believe me, sometimes people may think that's just a joke, but there's no joke. That is actually fact.
Hey, look, it's a backwards E.
So what do we call that?
Well, okay, it's kind of hard to pronounce E backwards because it's a single sound. And E backwards is E.
I'm not going to even try it.
So instead of E, it's E. I mean, it could be a 3. But 3 also has an E in it. Maybe that's what E backwards is 3. So every time you want to say E, every time you're pronouncing a word backwards, you have to replace the E with 3.
Sure. I'll Now, there's the key door that Nick had to abandon.
Triforce for Nick out of 5, but no bombs.
No bombs, no items either.
Oh, DK picked up a bomb upgrade. That's really important.
Ain't it ever? And okay, this room's gonna take forever, but it could be one of the 2 items.
Well, I think we're gonna see DK spend a bunch of bombs here because
no, you can't. Oh, don't get eaten by the. Okay, no, right. You've got red ring. You're okay. Get eaten as much as you want, DK.
And there's the compass. That is useful because we've not seen the Triforce yet. It's all the way at the TP top.
Nick wants bombs, and he wants them now.
And going back a little bit to the God, I have heart comment earlier.
Red candle in 2.
Okay.
Not terrible, but really not what you want.
Yeah, and kind of going back to the earlier point about a single thing can just save so much time. Think about how much time NickHasAGame had to spend farming bombs.
Yep, and there's that bomb pack. But what do we have guarding the Triforce? Absolutely nothing. DK takes a 4-3 lead.
I think we had straps, we had keys, we had fireballs. They just didn't matter. They forgot to block the Triforce. NickHasAGame is up to 3 keys, by the way, which is not insignificant.
No, but we still don't know what the item is in 5. Will we know? Will we also know the location of level 3?
I also realized I made a small error. DK will still need to go to another dungeon in order to be able to get into 9, because getting the Triforce out of 4 will... Oh, wait, no. That will put them at 5. I have made another mental error.
Yep, because you forgot that DK got the Triforce from 2.
And I forgot that DK had the Triforce out of 7.
Oh.
Even though it's clearly marked there, I just forgot. And there's
4.
Now, I think DK will dig this for the item, but we'll probably go to 9 immediately after.
Unless the bow's not here.
Oh, yes, that's true. Then you go to another level.
Yeah, you have to.
But you think about it, if this isn't bow, it almost has to be ladder, unless the game is just forcing you to go to level 8.
And it very well could. Because this is Z1R.
Now, the real troll is put the bow and the ladder in level 8, but the ladder leads to level 3 on the river spot, which hasn't been recorded.
Oh. So, that's mean.
Yeah, it is. NickHasAGame is up to full bombs, getting into level 5.
DK finds the Triforce and 4 says, no, I want more. I need the item from here because if it's the bow, I own.
But now it's DK that's out of keys.
And that's going to be interesting. Unless the magical key is here. But I doubt that. I doubt that's going to be the case.
I don't know. I kind of think that 9 is going to have lights from wand this seed. Just because of how stupid the combat is.
I mean, it very well could.
So it looks like NickHasAGame is now going to continue exploring the map
The
before
map,
it's
key block.
Well, you should get the Triforce anyway.
Yeah, this. Oh, DK. No, I'll be back here and get what I want later. Right now, keys.
The logic that I see here is DK saying, I'm going to grab that Triforce right before I go to 9 so I have the health refill, which is completely valid.
And look at that. Keys. Now, go next door. Hey, it works.
Look, if you have a cheap key and you have the money, there's nothing wrong with buying a key. There are very few instances where buying a key is a bad purchase. Usually all of them are when you buy a key after you have the key. NickHasAGame is going to try the main handle again. This main handle is not going to... There we go.
There we go. Alright, so now... Please no more keys. No ladder block and another key. Because game knows and...
Good lord, this 4.
Yep, this 4 is... yeah.
There's the bomb upgrade.
DK paid through the nose for that. 123 rupees. Ouch.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. And you can't bomb south. So I think now you pick up the Triforce.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, there's no way you're back there. So DK now has access to level 9. Ain't no way he wants it, though. Not yet.
I don't know if DK got the item at a level 7, but I feel like... Where do you go?
I think you have to go to 8.
Honestly, you finish the overworld out looking for 3 first. Because if you can find 3, you do 3 100% of the time.
Absolutely right. But finding 3 right now is a bit more of a challenge than... that's a large secret. Is that another key for DK? Oh, yeah. He's going right back, and I would not be surprised if he uses it in level 4 to make absolutely sure he can't get what he wants. He can't get what he wants. Level 3 located. It's not even blocked.
Oh, if the ladder's here in level 3,
that could change the game.
Yeah, because then if you're actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a bold statement. Any key would probably be more impactful than ladder right now. And why do I say this? Because unless it's bow in 3, the any key is going to make digging dungeons a lot easier than the ladder will, even though... what's it called? The ladder will enable you to go into 1 and 4. So it's kind of weird.
It really is, but... Alright, so DK is going to spend that last key for 3 rooms, or a maximum of 3 rooms, rather.
It could be less. Let's see. Okay.
It's going to be...
You have to Kinetic key this door.
And he's looking for it.
This is a really tough Kinetic key to get, by the way. Gets it!
With
a little bit of help with the ball.
Tell that to DK.
That was a really good Kinetic key, too. And good use of the red ring to tank an extra hit to get a damage boost into the door.
Absolutely. And any reward from it?
Bombs.
A bomb pack. I mean, not horrible, but really not what he wants again.
Nope. So now you got to take the shutter door. Speaking of bomb packs, there's one for NickHasAGame.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay. Nope. Nothing.
Nothing for that last key. And DK, planning things out here, takes the save.
I think this is a dig back into 8.
Could be. Still no item in 3, though.
But 3 looks to be pretty accessible.
So far.
Let's see, there's the heart.
That's a heart container. So you're looking for the staircase for the item in 3.
Could be in this room.
Very much so. Is it?
Candle to get... Let's see.
It
yes,
is.
It is.
There's your item in 3. What is it?
Got? It is... The ladder!
That's the ladder. Oh, goodness.
The ladder is in level 3.
Ouch.
Okay. Now this becomes a massive swing towards NickHasAGame. Even without the red ring, that ladder is going to pay out massive dividends.
Yep. And it's the one level DK hasn't found yet, and he is nowhere close. He's halfway across Hyrule.
The ghost item in this seed was the magical boomerang. So Triforce out of 3 for NickHasAGame.
I think you have to go to 1.
And it's just in the southwest. That's where level 3 is. DK's going back into 7. He apparently did not get the item out of here. I think Nick's going to go to level 1, clear that out. If Bo is in level 1,
it comes down.
Assume no Nick Doggers.
Yep. At this point, it comes down to where's the bow. Advantage currently, I'd say Nick has the advantage on this.
Yeah.
Ladder is just that big.
The best case scenario for DK is that the bow's an 8. Because Nick probably is going to 8 last. Although DK's out of keys and Nick is up to 5.
Yep, that could be. Oh, that could be fairly massive here.
It's amazing how this seed started out, everything coming up DK, and
then suddenly ladder and level 3, and it's just it's on the other foot.
Combined with DK spent a lot of keys to end up with not a whole lot of items.
That's right, and now pretty much out of no rupees, no keys. Triforce is there.
But Nick's saying, nope, I need items. Oh!
And the Wizrubs say no.
And that's going to be the other thing we got to keep in mind is DK does not have the resources, but has the help.
Mm-hmm.
So, to answer a question in chat, the bow cannot be in level 9.
Important items in 9, not on in this seed.
I think this level 7 is a weather vane.
Yep, sounds about right.
So let's see what NickHasAGame decides to do now. Only has 4 bombs, but does have 5 keys.
You have to dig out the boat items in level 1. You cannot not do this at this point.
Well, let me correct the statement I made earlier. If the bow's here in 7, that's also very good for DK.
It absolutely is. That's go mode.
Yeah. So.
No. Oh no.
I guess you're not clear in that room.
Nope.
So that's what makes this so interesting. It's
item in 1.
Okay, first item in 1. What do we got? That's
a recorder, isn't it?
According to my cheat sheet, that is the recorder.
Recorder in 1, so that takes Dig Doggers off the table for against Nick.
The bow is going to look exactly like the bow, by the way, when we see it.
Okay, so all right.
A bow is indeed a bow.
It is an arrow launcher. That is not the arrow launcher.
That is a heart container.
Still not what Nick wants to see. So that last item will be on the floor as well.
Oh, wait, we got a staircase in level 7, but this is dangerous.
This is really dangerous. Get in there.
DK gets in.
Item in 7.
It's an item. It's
heart
the
container.
Heart.
So
no.
So the item's on the floor somewhere.
Yep. Oh, man. And this is not a small 7 to have to dig for that item right now.
You're just going to have to be lucky. Maybe, and we have seen double item rooms.
Oh, yeah. These diamond stairs are notorious for doing that.
Yep. And unfortunately, now the Lionels are notorious for taking down our runners today.
DK's
Not
gonna
today.
pull it off.
Nothing here.
Oh no. On to the next room. Ooh, a clock for NickHasAGame.
Big clock. You needed that in a room like this.
And both runners have got to be thinking, okay, when did my opponent find the bow?
Yep.
Has my opponent found the bow yet? Because both of them have access to 9. NickHasAGame technically doesn't have that Fifth Strike Force yet, but it's a quick up AoE in this level 1.
Right.
So Nick's getting richer on
Is
keys.
this it? No. Not here. Is this
See?
the other?
Oh!
That's the bow!
It won!
That's the last. That is a huge advantage. Right now, the only advantage not on Nick's side is the health.
Yeah, but how
But
long
they've been here for a while, and there's.
But we got a bigger problem.
What's the
DK's
problem?
gonna find the raft, find the recorder. How long is it gonna take DK to get to 3?
Oh dear.
However, DK does have the ability to power through these dungeons, may find more combat upgrades. This isn't over yet, especially if Knight has Wizrobes.
DK taken down in 7. How?
Because the game is going to head to level 9.
You have to. You've got both. You've got silvers. Do it.
Yeah, what else are you going to do? Go look for a book? Go look for a red ring? Do you really want to dig 6 or 7 for either of those? Do you want to spend your keys in 2 at this point?
No. You go on the 9, just as Nick does, and try and finish it off.
And that's the thing is, overworld knowledge sometimes doesn't get all of the attention when it comes to advantages, but it really does matter in a lot of seats.
Single shutter room. Is this the kidnapped?
Yeah, I gotta push the block.
No, it's not.
Wizrobes are confirmed to be in level 9. As of both.
No. Bye, Goma. So DK continuing to dig 7. Time's ticking now.
Yeah, this is the best bet for DK. Honestly,
Any
this one is
key.
going to be any key would do a lot of good. White Sword or Wand would also be perfectly fine to get, especially White Sword. How about a
just
fiver?
A nickel.
Nice.
Roar. We've got a roar for Nick. And at,
There is
at
Ganon.
51 minutes, 37 seconds. NickHasAGame has found Ganon. Will need all 15 hits to take down the pig.
And with this room, okay, gonna go ahead and preemptively potion. I like it.
Hey, you take the Hyrule Driver. That's 4 hearts damage.
Now, if you're ladderless in this room, you have to be careful. Thankfully, neither runner will be ladderless going in because you needed the bow out of level 1, which is ladder blocked. But Nick's got to be careful here. Does have a second potion at the running.
Use it.
Oh,
Gets the stun lock at the last second. Good
Let's see.
position. Don't
Holding
let it go.
Holding it. Holding it.
He
And
got
there
it.
it is.
Now
Really good.
times are really ticking against DK.
Yeah. And that was, honestly, though, that was a very strong back half of the Ganon fight for Nick.
Absolutely right.
So now, but
Hold
on.
Okay, yeah. Up and
Because
made
of the
at.
bombs.
Yep, no bombs. Got the money to buy some bombs if he really needs to, but I don't think that's even in the cards right now.
Nope. Neither is going to look for a bomb upgrade, especially knowing it's 123. You'd rather spend that money on silvers like this.
Yep. That's
It's another stair.
Transport in 7. Oh,
DK's going to take it, takes him over to the tip of the weather vane.
oh, that's a nice welcoming committee. Yikes.
There's a reason Well, I mean, Zals aren't bad, but the fire shooters. Oh,
Hey.
No.
No.
Pay to buy the cup of tea. This is why you go for raspberry black tea, folks. Or any kind of, like, tea with a little bit of, like, fruit or berries in it. It's really good.
I don't know. I've got this vanilla ginger, really interesting tea I've got right now, and it's really good stuff. There's the bomb pack from Nick. That gets
Very
rid of one
important.
problem.
We know this is not Zelda. Gonna spend the key to go down.
Still has 4. Oh, that ain't it either.
Thankfully, the wizards do die to a bomb, so Nick will be able to clear this out.
And gets another bomb pack for his troubles. And the key. And the clock. Everything coming up on Nick's side right now. No shutter. Goma can go places. We don't care for that.
DK is now out of bombs and out of keys in level 7.
That's wow.
Out of bombs, out of keys, only on wood sword and red candle. And there's an item in 9. It's the boomerang.
Wooden boomerang in 9. Game still has jokes 10 years later.
I don't think there was a shutter door to the south in that blue wizard room with a transport. DK. Leaving level 7 with no keys, no bombs. Oh, there's the compass!
Compass, and she is at the top left. Nick knows where he's got to go. Now it's just a matter of getting there.
Oh, there's a chance the item in 7 is Goma blocked for DK. And DK is looking for 3. We know this is the correct play. But then where does DK go after this? Do you go to 1 or do you go to...
Oh! Those wizards do not want anything to do with our runners.
Ganon was right next to where Zelda is, just with no door. If there's a bomb wall... DK is about to come across level 3 here. But with no keys and no bombs, I'm not sure what progress they're going to be able to make. NickHasAGame's going to potion preemptively. This is perfectly fine.
Because you've got the welcoming committee here.
No, but you can't bomb.
Are you
to the right?
kidding me? Yes, okay. We can maybe do something.
Okay, there is a door. It's a Ruby boss.
No worries there. We're good.
Hardest boss in the game, folks. Because you have to remember to pick up the rubies.
Mm-hmm. And right now, I don't... Nick is... Man. Okay.
Go to the left. Yes. There's a locked door.
Got a key.
And go to the left again.
This might be it right here. Ladder block. There's the door.
Oh,
but the wizrobes say no.
Blue wizrobes in that room? Holy smokes. The game says no. No princess for you. Go to jail. Do not collect $200.
Or a want-to-know record for that matter. Wow, that's nasty.
There's a suggestion in chat of maybe going and buying the magic shield. Honestly, I'd consider it. If there was a shop nearby. DK has found the ladder.
But time's almost up.
Time is almost up, and NickHasAGame is gonna check the Zulls for more hearts. Gets to the fifth heart.
Take 2 hits. He's got to get through this.
And now DK's got to choose the correct direction to go. Okay, there's 1, and that will be...
And Nick is through. Get your GGs out, everybody, for your race winner here tonight. It's NickHasAGame with an official time of 57 minutes, 30 seconds.
And we have seen the white flag come up from DK, having gotten the ladder just about at this point, but has levels 1, 4, and 8 to go look for the bow. And not likely 7. As we are joined by Nick here in the booth.
Oh,
GG's.
Thank you. Good lord.
And we are also joined by DK. GG's as well.
Yeah, GG, Nick, man. What a fun time.
GG, DK. What was... Oh my god, that was a weird race.
So, early on, we were a little concerned for you, Nick, because DK had dug a whole bunch of keys and a red ring out of 6 early. But then the overworld knowledge started to creep in, and there were a lot of resources that you had to spend in some of those levels, like 5 and 7, that end up starting to swing it back in your favor, and then you found 3.
Yep, that was... I don't know what it was. I think something in my head just said, you know what? we're done. Let's just go find 3, and maybe it has 58 keys for me. And that's what did it. And, you know, a ladder, too.
Well, it might not have quite been 58 keys, but it was enough.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was crazy. I was so key-starved for the first, like, 40 minutes of that race, and it wasn't even an hour-long race. It was just a mess, and...
That's funny, because I was the exact opposite, like they said. I was key-starved the second half. Like, literally, I full cleared as much of 70 as you can without a ladder and got 0 key drops. Not a single room dropped a key.
My tracker is showing that I've only picked up items in 1 and 3. And when I saw that, I was just like, there's no way. There's no way. But I figured you had cleared those forever ago, and 5 Triforces, I said, no, I'm losing this. And so 9, I was like, I have to fight for every second here. And
another thing that hurt DK was you're gambling 4. You were lacking keys at that point, and you went by, I believe, 2 keys.
Sure did. Yeah, that convenient key shop right next door, they kept throwing $60 at me. I was like, let's go buy another one. Let's keep going. It's like, never mind.
Just keep buying keys until eventually the seed breaks open, and then you realize I spent $500 on keys.
Yeah, buddy. I never saw 8, and it looks like Nick cleared that one. I mean, the way the routing took me, I think what I did was logical, but man, I paid for it hard.
Level 8, I think Nick only got the Triforce out of.
I saw 3 rooms in 8. The lobby, the room above it, which was the transport to the distant Triforce.
It's every runner's dream, mate, pretty much.
Yeah, that was 7 the first time I went, and then the second time I went, hoping for a ladder. You know, which ended up the item in there is the floor item, and I never even got to figure out what it was because it's either behind that key door, which I had no keys for, or it was ladder block.
It's probably something stupid like the book or the in key. We only saw 1 item in 9, that being the boomerang.
Yep, not a fun 9 at all, and those Wizrobes, man, especially on the run up to Zelda's room, literally right outside her room, which of course was ladder blocked, at least coming that way. And 6 Wizzy said, "Oh, you're done with Ganon? Sorry, you're gonna die now." And I'm just like, great. Do I need to leave and buy potions? Is that gonna cost me? And I was like, no, let me make one more run before it. I know there's like some gels right beforehand. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll drop a couple hearts, and that was enough.
Which they did.
Yep.
But hey, at least the silvers are free.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. We've seen a lot of silvers and bows on the overworld with this flag set, which I really love this flag set. It is always fun, even when it throws really frustrating things like this.
So as far as standings, Nick, you'll be going into the 1 and 0 group. DK, you'll be going into the 0 and 1 group. However, we have many more weeks of Swiss, so I would say don't sweat it, regardless of which group you're in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. I've seen enough of the people that have moved to the 0 and 1 group that it's pretty dang gone scary right now.
Yeah, the 1-0 group is not exactly light either.
Yeah, I'm not super thrilled about next week, but I'll take this. And who knows, maybe I'll run into DK again on the other side.
Yeah, Nick and I got to do some Rookie Rumble stuff together in the Swiss rounds of that. So I know Stags went the 1 to 0, so maybe you can get Stags next week. He was in our group.
Yeah, I'll just have the whole group. Sounds good.
Just do Rookie Rumble again, except this time with many other people.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody, and thanks SpeedGaming for putting this on. It was it's been awesome so far, and looking forward to watching. I mean, only 46 races a week.
Yeah, no lack of content, right?
Not at least for the next little while.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for coming, and thanks DK for a extremely stressful race.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good luck in the next round.
Same to you.
Thanks, you two, for joining us. Great race. GG's to both of you. And we need to thank OpnoPoint as well for doing the tracking tonight because, as I always say, we're lost at sea if not for our trackers. So, huge thanks, Opno. And also, always a blast commentating with you. Thanks for volunteering.
Hey, thank you for being willing to put up with the Alsoa math, because yeah, we got a little bit of it.
The Alsoa, Matt, I'm here for this. This is what we're here for, Alsoa. Come on.
We all know everybody loves the Alsoa math until it's wrong. Anyway.
I would take an entire broadcast of it, but that's just me.
But yeah, so as far as what is coming up, let me pull up the schedule here real quick because I know there's a lot going on tonight.
Yep, including a race going on right now on SpeedGaming 4. Vincent_246 takes on the Pirate Sheep. That match started about 5 minutes ago with Adirondack Rick and Smile Fighters on the call. A couple more broadcasts for you night owls out there. 10:30 Eastern on SpeedGaming 2. Jess Andy 8 and Tracy M bring you the matchup between Why Must You Hate Me and Crimson Avex. And at 11:30 tonight, cap on SpeedGaming 3, K-Tap and Neo No Name bring you a matchup between Eat My Steel and Sean.
So for those of you that are looking for more Zelda action, it's out there. You just gotta, go to it.
Or we might raid right over there. But for now, that I believe is going to do it for us. Also, anything else to add before we wrap up?
Nope. I think everything's all good here.
Sounds good. So on behalf of our runners, NickHasAGame and dk9146, on behalf of our tracker, OpnoPoint, on behalf of my co-commentator, Alsoa, and a special thanks as well to the SpeedGaming Network for letting us put on the tournament on their channels. So for all of us here at the SpeedGaming Network, and all of us here at the Zelda 1 Randomizer community, this is Moonrisen Phoenix, wishing you a great remainder of your night. Plenty more Zelda 1 tournament action going on tonight. Hope to see you there. Have a great night, everybody.